Okay, there's a tool that we haven't talked about yet, right here, the Shaper tool. The Shaper tool is a really neat tool that they just added to one of the newer versions of Illustrator. I believe it's this last version. If you come here, notice I have all these shapes that I built with regular shape tools. But if you want to build a shape from scratch by hand, if you take this tool, it works just like a freehand draw tool. If I click here and drag down, around, up, and over, it creates a box for me. Grab that Shaper tool again, draw a rectangle. It creates a perfect rectangle. So for those people that say, you know what, I'm not an artist. This is Illustrator, it's cool and everything, but I can't draw. Well, you know what? That's why Illustrator is here, to help you draw things. So if I grab that tool again, come to the circle, watch this. Boom, it draws the circle. I don't know how many people I talk to a lot, and students and stuff like that, they go, oh, I can't even draw a stick figure. Well, yeah, you can. You can draw a stick figure. If you get to a polygon and you want to create a polygon, it's very simple and it does it. Now, if you wanted to create a triangle that was not a regular triangle, it just doesn't happen. Okay, you have to do it this way. If I draw a circle like this, perfect circle every time. How easy is that? Now, the guy I used to work with, John, he would say, oh, they're making it so easy anybody can do it. Well, yes and no. Notice when I drew the line, it will draw the line at an angle for me and then just straighten it all out. This is really cool. Underneath that Shaper tool is a pencil tool. The pencil tool works just like a pencil, but you work with a mouse or you can work with a Wacom tablet. I have a Wacom tablet and I have a mouse, but you can just draw and you now have a shape. Notice when you draw with the pencil, it gives you Bezier points so that if I want, I can come in here with the direct selection tool, click on that, and I can move these different anchor points and maneuver it and change it and manipulate it all I want. Now I'm going to kind of get rid of some of this stuff here. There we go. Now if I take that pencil tool, and that's not a very smooth line, correct? With the Shaper tool, we could have drawn that same line. And we're still going to get a straight line. But I might want some of this line to do what it's doing. So if I click on this line, then come over here and not the pencil tool, but the smooth tool, I can drag across this line. Yeah, I can drag across this line. There we go. And you see what it's doing? The smooth tool starts to smooth things out the more I go across. So if I want some of this curvature in here, it will do it. But the more I drag across it, the more it smooths it out. That is pretty cool because if you make just a slight mistake and you want to change it a little bit, you can do that here with this tool. Same thing if we come up here and grab this tool here, which happens to be the curvature tool. If I click, see what happens? It says, oh, you're creating a curve right off the bat. So it kind of helps draw these different curves. And as I bend it back the other way, it understands. So later when we get to the pen tool, which we are going to do in-depth tutorials on the pen tool, you can do a lot of this by just doing this. So, and as I'm drawing, notice as I'm drawing, all of a sudden you can't get rid of it. I hit the escape key and it gets me out of that line and out of that section. So I'm going to get rid of that stuff there. So these are some tools that you can use that do a little bit of the drawing for you. Again, I keep telling everybody and talking about this to my face-to-face students, my online students, I am teaching you software. I am not teaching you design, and I'm not grading you on design. I can teach you a little design. That would be great. But I have to grade you on all the software stuff and what you know and how you do it, okay? So these tools are going to be the tools that are going to help you make things and make your life a lot easier.